I spent 3 days buried in SEC filings before I found it. My brother-in-law had asked me to look into a company he was considering investing in. I figured it would take an hour. I typed the search, pulled up a merger agreement, a Euro 187 pages, dense legal language, filed sometime in 2019. I almost closed the tab. But something on page 43 stopped me. A clause about a material adverse change provision with a carve-out so broad it essentially let the acquiring company walk away from the deal for almost any reason. I wasn't a lawyer. I'd never read a contract like that in my life. I had to look up half the terms. I called my brother-in-law that evening. He was already excited, had already talked to his financial advisor. I read him the clause out loud. There was a long silence. He said, "What does that mean?" I said, "It means the deal might not close. And if it doesn't, the stock price probably drops back to where it was before the announcement." He waited. The deal fell through 6 weeks later. The stock dropped 34% in a single afternoon. He never asked me to look into anything again after that. I think it made him uncomfortable that a PDF I found through a search box had more to say than the broker he was paying. I still do it occasionally, a Euro. Pull contracts on companies people talk about at dinner. Most of the time there's nothing interesting. But sometimes there's a clause on page 43.